Alright, so good day everybody. Let's get the show on the road. So we'll just wait as usual a couple minutes. So if you're watching after the screen, we just double tap and go to the start. We'll just wait a couple minutes for people to come on and also for me to find the live chat. What's the wait? So we hear once that different news all over the place about this and that, but right now we want to focus on our thing. We want to focus on just waiting. Why is in the chat? If you're ready, let me get some answers for number 6. If y is equal to the square root of x, then we can say, now, right now I need some sleep, I'm feeling it, but the grind must go on. If y is equal to the square root of x, then we can say, what can we say? Injustice, what's the word? So these are some short sessions we're doing. No more than half an hour, just a little evening sweat. Alright. So if x is equal to, let's get some answers in the chat. So I'm waiting for people to pass out some answers. Nala, hey sir, thank you for helping me pass maths last year. Much love. Blessings, Nala. Zachary, pick C when in doubt. so here we have a C being offered. We have some B's being offered as well. Injustice says the answer is B. Tiana is holding out an A for us. So we have a battalion of B's, a touch of A, and one C. So keep sending your answers, keep sending your answers. Oh, and press like one time, well, you know the drill by now. That's the lessons fee. Make sure you pay your lessons fee. The lessons fee is the like button. press like there earlier. And share if you can, or take a screenshot. Especially coming down closer to the exam, you allow everybody to try and take a little screenshot once or twice. Today might be your turn. Take a screenshot, share it, or share the post. Or if you're sharing it on Instagram, be sure to tag me. I'll repost you as well. If you tag me, I can repost you. What I want to do, I want to just share this in a chat. So every evening, like about 4:45, so that's what we're aiming at right now. Every evening, 4:45, we'll do something. Alright, so let's get down into the work. So a lot of people saying B and again A is coming in the dance now. We're getting some A's. I've seen Vidang. You say A? A profiling maths is the aim. Or A profiling maths is the aim. I thought you say A. Alyssa says A. Soraya says B. AJ retracted his answer. So you're looking like he needs some sleep. That is correct. Fantastic job, Mr. Spirit. Corina Pay. The name sounds very familiar. Very, very familiar. So if y is equal to the square root of x, y is equal to the square root of x. So this is actually it. But there's no answer here that says that. So we need to find something that is either something that is equivalent to that. Y is equal to the square root of x. There's no answer here that says y is equal to the square root of x. And a lot of people said B, which is correct, because you would notice if I do what? If I know CXC, generally CXC brings this question just so. From the time you do this, you have the answer. But if by chance you don't see the answer, I'm just giving you one step further where it can go. A classic way the maths teacher can hide a question like this is giving you a different variation of the answer somewhere there. So if I square both sides, squaring both sides, it means that the y will end up getting squared. Y squared is equal to the square root of x to be squared. Now what that tell you earlier. Alright, so what I'm going to do is just, I'm watching the chat in my phone, but I'm going to see much there now. So I'm bringing the chat across here. It will take a little while to organize the dance. Here it is now, live now. Oh, good, look at that. Now what I tell you. Pause, the chat's still running, right? What I could do, I could eject the chat and pop out chat. Oh gosh. Oh gosh. Right. So the chat running now, big and bold in this screen here. Nice. So don't forget to X out your live chat and press like and then bring back up your live chat. That is your lessons fee. Don't forget your lessons fee, people. Don't forget your lessons fee. So when you square out, remember this trick. Very likely a trick like this will come in your what is called this thing? Multiple choice paper. Very likely you'll get something that you'll have to use the knowledge of. If you have x, the square root of x, and you square it, you're going to get back x. So like if I have the square root of 9, the square root of 9 is 3. What about if I have the square root of 9 squared? The square root of 9 is 3, squared is back to 9. So that's the little trick there. Why is in the chat if you understand that? So if I square both sides now, I'm going to get y squared is equal to x, which is b. So everybody catch how this is going to be b. This is actually one of the harder questions. Right, so you have to square root, cancel out the square root. The chat not updating. I'm going to see if this thing cut off. Alright, yeah, see now y from Ren and a y from Tiana. And Paratap, we inside. Next question. So when 2 is added to a certain number and the result is multiplied by 3, the final answer is also 3. What is the original number? So questions like this, once again, this is like a worded something and you need to know how to figure it out. So let me see what the people... So you do not add maths? Well, yeah, man, we do not add maths, so you do add maths. Let me stick to maths this week and you can see what happens next week, right? Somebody said I knew I was smart, TNG. So now you get some answers for this, not TNG, since you know you're smart. How much people on the live? 132. That is good numbers. Good numbers. That is good numbers for like 2 months before the exam. So I see in C from Calicia, B from the squad Tulit, C from Ren, B from Blaine. So we're getting 2 sets of answers. I love it. I love it when we have in conflict. We get in C back from from Calissa. Gary says C, Rachel says C. Rachel, Jahim says C. Kian C. C. So everybody's saying C. So could we do that? Okay, no. I want you to remember first trick. You will remember this forever and ever multiple choice that CSEC or CAPE brings. A trick to solving your multiple choice is substitution. So even if you don't understand the whole concept, look at the answers, take the answer and substitute it back and see if you can figure it out. That is one way. A lot of questions in CSEC, maths, can be solved with substitution, just substituting back the answers. Anytime you have numerical answers, which is why when they're making questions, they tend to shy away from numerical answers. Because if they give you the answer, it means that one of these things is the answer. So now you can take it and apply it to the statement here and see which one will count. When 2 is added to a certain number and the result multiplied by 3, take 1, add it to 2, multiply by 3 and see if you get back 3. You understand what I'm saying? The trick with a lot of multiple choice is substitution. A lot of, I wonder if any from the last class, so I don't have the last class up here. But in the last class, there was some we could use. So that is the trick. Now let's use like the method. The method we'll use is something called algebra, replacing the certain number with x. I'm saying something called like algebra, like if algebra is a big secret. But you're going to say when 2 is added to a certain number, x. When 2 is added to a certain number and the result of this is multiplied by 3. So what people might do is this. But that kind of nasty. Because you need to know that you're multiplying the whole thing by 3. So to make it less yucky, we're going to put multiply by 3 here to look a little more fancy. You understand what I'm saying? 3 multiplied by 2 plus x. That making it look sweet. When 2 is added to a certain number and the result is multiplied by 3, the final answer is also 3. So all you need to do now is solve this, and everybody in this chat knows some algebra, at least a little bit, a little taste. So your first step here would be to bring across that 3, it's multiplied, so it's going to be divide now. It's going to be 3 over 3, which is 1. And 2 plus x. Well, most people said C. We had a good bit of C's. Yeah. We had some B's too. A good bit of B's in the dance. So well done, Kian write out the whole thing. So x is going to be equal to 1 minus 2, which is equal to negative 1. Remember, when you bring across this 2, it will turn negative. So the answer is indeed C. So now, the technique we could use to verify, let me show you. When 2 is added to a certain number, 2 plus negative 1, you don't have a calculator, so you need to know how to do this. 2 plus negative 1 is 1. To a certain number, and the result is multiplied by 3. Multiply this by 3, you're going to get back 3. The final answer is also 3. Good? And you should know anytime you multiply a number by something and you get back the same thing, it means you multiply the number by 1. So you gotta just figure this out from here one time. So the answer is negative 1. Let me get some Y's in the chat. 3 more questions to go. 3 or 2 more, 2 or 3 more, 3 or 2 more, 2 or 3 more, 3 or 2 more. Alright, so the answer was C here. Alright, this is the answer I posted on my Instagram. So those of you who here could follow me on Instagram and go and write the answer when we're done the question and just look like a boss, right? Am I the only one who didn't work it like so? So I showed you 2 ways to work it, the substitution or just working it out algebra, or you could just do it in your mind. That was a question you could do in your mind. If x plus 2 squared minus 16 is equal to 0, then the possible values of x are what? Wet made earlier. See what's going on the Instagram. I get a lot of people seem to have gotten the correct answer on Instagram, but people kept putting the wrong answer and then changing the answer back quickly. Alright, so somebody shout me out there. Big up yourself, Ramota. Big up yourself. Blessings, bro. Yeah, amount of time I say blessings, bro, for the day, right? We getting some answers. I seen D popping. Remember, there's a little delay in the chatter, so there's a little delay. That's the time I'm waiting. That's why I just kept myself doing all kind of thing during that time. Shout out to Forever Pretty who just followed me. Who'll I follow back me? Yeah, so most people seem to get the answers correct here. Alright, so we've seen D's, we've seen C, a C touchdown, Videsh said C, Blaine said C. We've seen some A's from people like Selena, who pressing it twice, thrice. Selena, alright, catch it here. You see, Zebulon says A as well. Pooja says A. No B's, boy, nobody like the B's. Here comes Myra with a B. Myra says B. Well, B is wrong, but Myra comes through the B. And Aaron says blessings. Alright, so let me see. X plus 2 squared minus 16 equals 0. Then the possible values of x are what? This, where you all know this from? This kind of finishing is something from completing the square. I mean, you don't need to know completing the square to do this, but it rings a bell with completing the square now. Completing the square. Ooh, handwriting. So completing this way, and if you remember when you solve this. Now, by the way, once again, this question can be solved using substitution. But the trick with this question is when you substitute the 2 here, and you get 2 plus 2 to be squared, giving you 16, take away 16 equals 0. It works. and you might stop and just put A. So always look out for the, I actually selected these questions very carefully for you to understand little tricks that could happen in the algebra, in the multiple choice, how they'll try to catch you in multiple choice. So they know you can figure out some questions with substitution. They will put a right answer there for you, but it's not the completely right answer, because you notice it said value or values. So the chat not updating? Yeah, it updating, man, it updating. That's a you problem, Vidish. That's not me problem. So the answer is not E. The answer is indeed actually D. If you try -6 here, you'll realize it works as well. But let's go through the proper way to solve it, as just so that we learn the technique. So you have x plus 2 to b squared minus 16 is equal to 0. X plus 2 to b squared is equal to 16. When you bring it across, it turns positive. X plus 2 to b squared is, get rid of the squared, so is equal to the square root of 16. But how you remember we do this in completing the square? We put plus or minus. Remember that? When you get in the square root, you can either have the negative version of the square root or the positive version. And bring across the 2 now, because I don't really need these brackets, so let me take off these brackets because I got rid of the square. So x is equal to plus or minus 4. I just changed square root of 16 to plus or minus 4. Take away 2. So x would be equal to -4 take away 2 is -6. That's one version. Or +4 take away 2 is 2. That's the next version. So this is how we solve it using maths. Somebody said I did this yesterday. Cool, and bless up, you're studying, brother. So you can explain this again. I don't understand it too much. Sure. This is a technique done in completing the square. This is after you've completed the square, right here. You need, if they ask you to solve to find the roots of the equation, you go ahead and solve it. So what happens is that you bring across this first. You bring across this first. Then you get rid of the square by making the square root. But the one trick here is that put plus or minus by the square root. You lost after the square root. Okay, let's just explain something very quickly. 2, no, I don't want to use 2, I want to use 3. 3 times 3 is what? 9. Do you know there's a next way to get to 9 by multiplying two numbers? I could say -3 times -3 is also 9. What that tell you? Somebody say substituting easier. In a way, yes. If you could do your algebra real fast, you could do this real fast. You can do this mental. Bring across the 16 square root, plus or minus, plus the 2, and you're done. And you're looking for 2 answers, and then you verify by substitution. I tell all my pure maths students, because even in pure maths, verify by substitution, and in pure maths multiple choice, you could use a calculator. So there are some ways to verify certain things using your calculator. But I'm showing you that when they taught us in the beginning, they just taught us square root of 16 is 4, and we was happy with that. But the square root of 16 actually could be 4 or -4, because you need to consider positive or negative case. So the square root of 16, I can multiply -4 by -4 and still get to 16, because a negative and a negative will be a positive. And just because of that fact, when I'm bringing the 16 across and I got the square root, it's going to be plus or -4 involved. So I have x plus 2 is either plus or -4. So x is either plus 4 take away 2. I don't want to put it plus. I just put 4 take away 2, which is 2. Or x is equal to -4. This time I'm checking out the negative, taking away the 2. So I get -6. So take some time, study that, vibes it, watch over this, try different things, and let me go on to the next question. It can't take too long. Remember, I tell you, these are short lives, and we already on for 22 minutes. We're trying to go for half an hour. We have 2 more questions. It is like quadratic. Yes, young GVD. It is like completing the square in quadratics. Zachary, I see that comment. Now, y'all will notice I'm preparing y'all for, I'll be doing this straight up to exam different subjects, and I'm preparing y'all by trying to stretch your mind in the multiple choice. Just in case CXE doesn't know the usual thing and they rarely switch up the multiple choice. Because they're so adamant to bring the multiple choice, it has me suspicious. Because the multiple choice exam for CXE is real manual. The multiple choice, as from talking from a teacher for CXE, is not a proper examination technique, because they repeat the questions too strongly. Word for word repeat. Word for word repeat. That just not alright. So I'm feeling like the amount of they were so adamant about bringing this multiple choice, I'm starting to think maybe they have a better multiple choice waiting for us. So we learn how to do all the techniques. So do you do business? No. I need some answers. So Anika say, oh God, not area. Yes, area. Where all the answers are, just now getting all kind of 30, 40, 50 answers in a row. I need to see them. I don't do POA or anything. Antigua in the building, Shakira, big up yourself, big up the whole Antigua. Where the answers? Chemistry later, sir? Nah. One at a time, one a day. You can see how I look it? One a day. Zachary hit them a B. Me know the formula. So, Kate R. Somebody said D ballers. Ballers. Ballers, you're trying to say, hey, when you spelling ballers, you use a E. Ballers. What you have written is ballers. Or, if I E, then you get bellas. B, C, D, we get some answers. So for those who don't know the formula for area of a trapezium, they're going to ask in the formula for you're going to be tested on the area of a trapezium in your multiple choice. And forget about the formula sheet, you should just know the area of a trapezium. So out of the 173 people watching now, I beg, learn the area of a trapezium. Learn it now. Half the sum of the parallel sides multiplied by the perpendicular height in between. The trapezium doesn't come looking so most of the time. Most of the time the trapezium will come looking like this. Some kind of thing so. Or like this. You know? The sides that are parallel, them is the key sides. Right? So that's a A and a B. Half the sum of the parallel sides multiplied by height. And a lot of people don't learn the area of a trapezium and is always split it into a rectangle and a triangle. Gain yourself one star heading. And you multiply by the perpendicular height in between. Half A plus B multiplied by H. Well done, Sadia. So, if they're saying that the area of the trapezium is 46, you're going to say half A plus B multiplied by H is equal to 46. And let's substitute what A plus B and H is. Half of, let me call this one A, and let me call this one B. And by Larry, I mean let us. If for some reason you don't understand the Trinidadian accent. By the way, everybody's understand my accent here. I mean, if we have some people from Belize. If you're from Belize, you might struggle. But everybody else should Antigua, Jamaica, Guyana, everybody's supposed to understand everything as all the words that come out of my mouth like that, right? Half A is really 3x, right? A is 3x plus B is 5x. And the perpendicular height in between is like the distance between these two parallel sides, which is a H. What going on there? 7. So this is multiplied by that 7. So this is really half of 3x plus 5x's 8x Yep. Somebody saying nah. But I Aaron, so I know you understand me right. Exactly. Trinidad, you don't know your accent crazy. I don't see this working out. It does. Half of 8x multiplied by 7. You hear the ice cream man passing? Yep, that's correct. That why Chabby was probably outside gangstering the. I wouldn't surprise if he come inside there and say, well, ice cream owner. Let me know. Ice cream owner. 4x by 7. So there's a little bit of understanding algebra and how to work it out here, right? Because you have half of 3x plus 5x. So I just said, yo, why instead of being separate, be together and call you all 8x, right? And we still multiply by 7 here. And now I said this is half, so I could always deal with that 8 and change it to 4. So it's really just 4x times 7. 4x times 7 is 28x all day. So we are saying that this 28x, is equal to 46. We was working on the area all along. All along we were working on the area. Let's get rid of these arrows. Don't let the ice cream van distract you. Let me just organize it up a little better. So this was equal. Everything here was equal to the area, you understand? So if 28 by x is equal to 46, what that tell you about x? Oh shucks. That's supposed to be 56. B is the answer. So it's not working out. Who said it wasn't working out? That's supposed to be 56. That was a typo. Yeah, that was just to see if you're paying attention, keep your wits. 56 divided by, I'll tell you what to do if that happened in your exam just now, right? 56 divided by 28 is 2. Yeah, so so that was supposed to be 56 all along. So this is 56 divided by 28. Oh, yeah, sleep. I just write this. 56 divided by 28 is 2. 56 divided by 28 is 2. So I need to correct that in the original document. 56 divided by 28 is 2. Now, if something like that happens in the exam, 46, and you're checking over the question, checking over the question, your best bet would be to round off. But generally, CXC doesn't generally make any mistakes in the multiple choice. It make mistakes in the paper too, every now and then. But and never really see much mistakes in the multiple choice. Because they'll be repeating it all the time. So it is not like they can make mistakes. It doesn't happen. It doesn't get a question. Like it had some mistakes in a bio paper, I think at time. A bio multiple choice. And a geo. But generally the maths is be clean. Right? Because remember they'll do it and double check it. Answer is 1.6. Well done, Patrice. But are you supposed to be in this session? Patrice Olivier. Olivier. I just passed and you say hello. Yeah, so you're that round off to 2. That's correct what she's saying. But it really is supposed to be 56. Let's do the last question and call that George. All kind of thing here and stuff. Blessings. So let's get the last question. Yeah, Patrice from the pure maths class. So Patrice, get the people a chance now. You can answer after you see 10 answer spot. I guess bringing flashbacks to the last year's sweat. Understood, sir? No, I understand. Blessings, Tiana, Spanish. Blaine, so what year multiple choice people do you recommend studying? Every single year, my friend. People just get like to study a multiple choice paper. It takes 10 years. You do 60 questions, you take 2 hours. So I mean you can do 10 papers, you can do 20 papers like that. Again, when in doubt, pick C. So it's starting to be evident that the question I put on my Instagram was one of the easier ones. So tomorrow I would make that mistake. I'm gonna might do the question, I might do the live first, and then put the question that people get the most trouble with on my Instagram. Timothy in the building. Timothy Weeks, where's he building? We waiting on answers though. I just seen once that old talk here. Ren says he. So them things is hurt head. Says Selena. Ren retracts her answer. One person say when in doubt pick C. My reason for asking is that I heard that CXC normally use 2 to 3 years back. CXC normally uses all their papers. Like the last 5 years, maybe 60%, 70% of the question might come from the last 5 years, and a huge chunk of the next percentage comes from the years before. Alright, so I'm starting to see some A's. Yeah, that Instagram question was easy, indeed. A lot of people get correct. The question I do yesterday, when I go in the answer section, it just one star while up. That was a harder question, or at least a more tricky question for the general public. So again, A. Some people getting a headache, and some people getting that hard headache for reals. Alright, so let me show you how this is done. Once again, I brought back this. We did a little bit of this yesterday. This topic is called operators. Where the binary operator is that thing, that asterisk. Now they can use any symbol, right? So they're saying 2 star a certain number gives us 15, and negative 2 star the same number gives us negative 15. Then A star B may be A star B may be defined as what? The best way to do this question is just, what's the word? What's the magic word today? The magic word, oh gosh, it's gone. I deleted it. The magic word is substitution earlier. The magic word is substitution. When in doubt, substitute. Now, what do I mean by substitution? Binary operators look like this. If you are saying A star B, it means whatever is in the position of A and whatever is in the position of B, this will happen to them, or this, or this. So what you want to do now is take your expert knowledge of multiplication, division, subtraction, and substitute this as A, and substitute this as B, sorry, the whole thing, negative 3 as B, and see if you get 15. If you don't get 15, you can go on to the next one. If you do get 15, then try it with this one to see if it also works with this one. Because they say and, it must work with both of them. Once it works with both of them, Ranveer, I see a thing. Easy, Ranveer, easy before you get I see this comment every single day. So when are you doing Ranveer? Hola. Hola, lola. You need to relax there, brother. Things are a little rough here. But that's a weird way to substitute the whole thing. Why are you spamming? It is actually easier to substitute the whole thing than to go and try and make it up. So let me show you. All right, let me show you. I'm doing it at real time speed, right? 2A negative 3B, so it'll be like 3, 2 minus 3, because remember it's negative 3 substituted. You're checking this now. You have to do it inside the brackets first. So this turns out to be 5. 3 by 5 is 15, because this is like 2 plus 3. So it does work. And now you want to check it with this one to see if negative 2 star 3 will also work with it. So you're going to put negative 2 minus 3. I'm going to see if you get negative 15. This is equal to 3 by negative 5, which is negative 15. So it does work. So A is the correct answer. Now I'll just substitute one more to show you how the others will not work. Substitute 2 here and negative 3 there. So I'll be like 2 squared minus 4 by 3. Oh, negative 3. So 2 squared is 4 minus negative 12. This turns out to be 16. So this doesn't work. Or if I tried like this one, 4 by 2 minus 2 by negative 3 plus 1. So this is 8 plus 6 plus 1. This turns out to be 15, so that's good. This does work, but it only works for this one. We need to check it with the other one. 4, I'm substituting here, right? Anyway I see A, I'm putting negative 2. Anyway I see B, I'm putting 3. 4 by negative 2 minus 2 by 3 plus 1, negative 8 minus 6 plus 1. We can already see that this is not going to give us 15. It's not going to give us 15. So yeah, so cool. So the answer is indeed A. Alright, why is in the chat if you learn something today, or if you firm up some knowledge today, or if you just revise or reinforce some things today. Tomorrow we'll be coming with a different topic, most likely trigs, most likely something in trigonometry. We'll look at between 5 to 10 questions, and see you around 4:45 tomorrow. Around 4:45 tomorrow. Tomorrow is what? Tuesday? Yeah, tomorrow I'm free, so around 4:45 tomorrow. We'll be back again. If I have more time during the day, we'll have more questions, or we may have another subject as well. But this week, we're just focusing on maths alone. So blessings. X off the chat, press like on the video. Don't forget to pay a lessons fee by pressing like on the video. Share with your friend. Tell them, hey, we're learning every evening here. We're starting up the vibes. It's Garel fever pitch by the time exam reach. So the earlier you start, the better. And I have 35. I reached 35,000 subscribers this week. I think it's 35 or 34. But we have much more to go. So share with your friends, tell them to join the channel. This is where we're conducting it. All the best. All the best.